Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going over Mudflap deletes. Originally when I first started filming this video, I was only doing the rear Mudflap deletes by ARC, but it changed as we went along because I realized I could delete the front Mudflaps on my own. And so this video is kind of chaotic, I'm not gonna lie, and it's probably gonna be a little long. It took me longer than I thought it would to do this project. So I'm just saying strap in for sure if you want to delete the front mud flaps, because it looks weird in my opinion. The little tiny front mud flaps, they look weird. So anyway, I figured out how to delete them. I'm happy with how it turned out, but definitely watch this video to delete your mud flaps. Subscribe, like, comment, share, smash buttons. Yeah, I started this project around 3 p.m. Now it's 8 p.m. I'm getting a little tired, a little loopy, but before I forget, check out my Etsy. It's linked down in the description below. I print different shirts, mugs, and stickers and patches. I also make patches of the different colored 5th gen 4RUNNERs. You can find that link down in the description below. It also really helps support my channel. It makes it so I can have free time in order to create these videos for you guys. On that note, if you want to just send me a little bit of money for coffee, that's also going to be linked down there. No biggie either way, you know, whatever's clever, but it's in the description. So if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. The last thing I'm going to say here, guys, and I swear we're going to get into the video, is at the very end I show you the before and the after comparison on my 2023 Lunar Rock Toyota. Okay. Alright, so when you get them, this is what it comes with. 2 pieces, passenger, driver's side, rear. They don't come with front mudflap deletes, which I kind of hate the mud flaps in the front, I'm not gonna lie guys, but anyway, I digress. Comes with a bag with bolts and these clips. I feel like there's probably a proper name for these. If you know it, let me know. But these clips, which is nice in case you break some, and also from the video I was watching, they're black as well as this, which makes it look a little bit more seamless, I suppose. And an installation QR code that you can scan. I'm sure there's a video. For this project, you're gonna need a flathead and a 10mm, no shocker there, 10mm wrench. So, you'll be taking off, oh, we're the wrong direction. Okay, and then you always want to stack your stuff somewhere where it's not going to roll away and you're not going to lose it. Alright. I think this is one as well here, so it looks like there's 5 bolts in total. Okay. The other one is way down in here. I'm fighting for my life with this one, the angle I'm at. I literally have like no room for my hand here. We did it! Okay, and there is one back right here as well. All right, so now we're gonna remove these clips that are in here. And to do that, you're just gonna get in here and you're gonna kind of pop it a little bit on each side. There you go. Just like that. And we'll put them here as well. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna put the camera down because I need to be able to support this piece. All right, and so we're gonna pull it out of here. And there we go, that is the old mud flap. And part of why I'm removing the mud flaps is my sister actually had them on hers and she backed up and it totally messed up her bumper a little bit. And then I just didn't really realize, like, I mean, these are decently sturdy. I could see like the pressure from that causing a potential issue. So before I put on the new mud flap delete, I'm actually gonna come in here really quick and just kind of wipe off any dirt. So I'm not sealing too much dirt in, hopefully. And it looks like the mud flaps covered these holes here. However, this section is plastic. So I don't see that causing any issues potentially with rusting because you don't really have any metal until here actually. So I'm gonna be totally honest, I wish I'd gotten these off of here sooner, like as soon as I got the car, because the mud flaps have been wearing slightly on the paint and now there is a bit of a groove. And I already have ceramic coating and paint correction done on the vehicle, so I won't be getting that fixed probably, unless when I get my recoating done, because you're supposed to get it done every single year. Maybe you can kind of skip a year if you really want to, but I'll probably get it done this year, unless my guy will just like let me get this part paint corrected. So let me show you. I don't love it. So if you have a new 4Runner, I would get that off of there as soon as possible. It's not super severe. Let me see if I can really get it to focus. That almost looks worse in video, in my opinion, than it does in person, but I mean, you can see that it's been wearing on the clear coat all the way down to here. So I would definitely think about removing those immediately, personally, but you know, it might also just buff out. All right, so for this part, I need to set you guys down so that I can hold this in there, and I have the wrong side. So obviously, textured side is going out, but I need to be able to hold it while we do the thing. So I'm gonna start with the clip first. I think that will be easier. And then I can show you guys up close. So the clips, make sure, I'll show you, but you wanna push the lower portion in and then pop the top in. All right, so what I was saying with the clips here is you want to keep this lower portion held, so that way you're not creating the expansion that you see. Let me show you with the old ones. Like that, like locks it in basically and creates this like expansion in the back end here. So you want to keep it, hold the skirt and shove that in and then push the top. Okay. And same here. Great, so we've got those three in, and now we need to get the bolts in. I'm gonna set you guys down again for this one. It just makes it easier. Future Holly here. Don't don't put this one in first, okay? That's you don't want to. You need enough flexibility to get this one to line up because this panel has to be, I can't think of the word, folded in order to get the hole to line up properly. Okay, I mean, I would say the hole on this is slightly off, in my opinion. Not super thrilled with how far away that is, but maybe once I tighten it, I will feel differently. You can see how much once you get this one in place, it really changes the curvature. Maybe you guys can see that. I'll try to do better on the other side. Okay, so then let's pop this one in. Okay, and then this one goes in the very far back, which I probably will not really be able to show you guys. Okay, so this one's all the way in the far back. You do have to kind of fill around for it, which you can kind of, there's like this bump right here underneath this hole. And that's where that lines up. So that is kind of helpful. And now we just gotta great. I will say there's like a decent gap here, but it seems to come up against something from what I can see there, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some of this will collect dirt. I think that's just kind of inevitable because that's the shape of the wheel well to some degree. So now here we are without the mud flap, and I'll show you guys the after video once we get the other side done as well here at the end. Here we go, here's our mud flap again. You know, fairly thick plastic towards the interior, but then kind of rubbery here. It's just so weird that this side has a membrane, but that side doesn't. Also, my tire has a rubber skirt. That's interesting too. All right, so we got this side off, and I've gone ahead and I've cleaned it up. And again, we have a little bit of that happening over here as well with the scuffing from the mud flaps. So I'm really glad that I've gotten those off of there, but let's go ahead and install this side. All right, let's pull it out and show you what the after looks like. All right guys, editing Holly here. So I filmed this video and I installed the rear, and then I took photos of what it looked like with the rear deleted. And then I saw what the rear looked like deleted and I was like, it's not good enough. So then I literally ripped off my front mud flaps to see what kind of holes were behind it that could possibly create a rust problem, and if I could get away with just totally ripping them off. So it gets a little disjointed from here on. I'm gonna do my best to edit and cut the parts that are confusing. But basically what I ended up doing is I pulled those off, got super stoked, then was like, well, maybe I'll just leave it without a cover for the front mud flaps, and just like let nature take its toll potentially and just wash the car regularly. But then I was like, no, that's not quite it either. So then I decided to go into my kitchen and cut apart the mud flaps. And so that part we'll get into, but there's gonna be some sections that might be slightly confusing. Like I said, I will do my best, but let me show you with the rear done. And then if you're interested in deleting your front mud flaps, keep watching past where I show you what it looks like with the rear delete done. All right, and here's the after on the mud flap delete. I think it looks pretty sleek. Makes me want bigger wheels, bigger tires. All right, you guys tell me what you think. Also, up close, here is where you can see a little bit where it was getting scuffed regularly by the mud flaps. I could see in the long run that that could definitely get way worse. So I'm glad I took that off as soon as I did. Okay, so with the kit that I got, the front mud flaps, they don't have a thing for it. But I'm wondering, so we're gonna see if I just take them off, if you can just do that. So let's find out together. I'm really hoping that the mod gods will smile upon me today and let me delete the front ones, because it looks not quite right. Otherwise, maybe I'll look into cutting them down. So let's see, let's find out together. Okay, in case this ends up working out, let's run it down. 10mm flathead, that's all you need. Screw, little guy to pop, clip. Another one to pop the clip on. Another screw back here. And that's it. So, let's find out. It's gonna work. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we have, this would be the passenger side. So I literally came in with kitchen scissors, and I mean, it's not perfect, okay, but it's a pretty good cut for kitchen scissors. Around and up across here, and then this part I just tapered because I was a tattoo artist, I'm OCD. So yeah, I mean, that way that part of the vehicle is no longer exposed, and I will show you guys what I mean, but let me show you how we're cutting them. We're going in here close to that groove as we possibly can, and then here you're just kind of going across. And then that's where I tapered that. If that makes sense, right? You're just kind of tapering that line up, because I'm gonna show you the other side. This is the part that sits on the body, so you want to get rid of that. So you're cutting at a tapered edge to match the body, so you don't have like weird stuff hanging off the side. Hopefully that makes sense. So cutting from a front view, I guess this is technically a rear view of the mud flap. You're cutting along here as close as you can get to where this part folds, and then you're cutting along in here, and you see that there's like the groove stops, so that's where you have to know that you need to taper it right along here, if that makes sense, between these 2 points you're cutting. Because if you have a huge gap, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you'll see some of the body paint color. So which would bother me personally, but you know, we'll see how good of a job I did cutting. But we're gonna chop this one up, so let's go. I should have a tripod on the ready, but I don't, so you guys are balanced on dog nutritional supplements for my dogs. Cool. Alright, so we're trying to repeat this. Here it is, a better visual for you guys, so you can really see. And I would maybe wait for my results before you start chopping your mud flaps. Make sure that you think that I did a good job, because you know, I've never done this before. Okay, so we are cutting, let me match what I did over here, because there's this ridge right here. We're cutting in at an angle. Like that, into that part. Okay, and then to get the scissors in, you're gonna really need to come across like this and just chop so you have enough room to get your scissors in here. See what I'm saying? Okay, so then we're just following this line on this piece, not this outer mud flap part, but this inner fold. Try to show you from this side. Sorry, I've got to cut this piece off. It's getting in my way. If I can. If I can, I will. Get out of here. I'm gonna have to wash these when I'm done. Okay, and probably sharpen them. Another project for the day. So we're cutting in along that line there. This part you don't really see, so it doesn't really matter, but you don't want to leave like too much hanging down, you know? But worst case scenario, you can come in and clean it up. Like, I feel like I did a better job with my last cut than I am doing with this one. I might honestly be able to, oh yeah, you can just kind of rip it and tear it on that part. That's nice. Okay, so now we're in the bend here, and we're gonna cut across up to this point up here, across up to here. That is a loaf of fresh bread that I have to take out of the oven really quick. 1 second, I have to wash my hands. Alright, get back to cutting some mud flaps. Okay, so again, from here, this corner, this inner corner, up to this inner corner up here, obviously you don't want to cut into the circle, and you want it to look as nice and flush as possible. I think I went this way with them, so. Custom, custom, custom. Customized by Holly in her kitchen with her scissors. When I started this channel, I didn't think we would be doing this, but you know, here we are. God, I feel like I'm gonna break these. I might have to sharpen them to get the job done. We'll see. Who can do it? Scissors. Hi, honey. Hello, baby doggy. Hello, little baby doggy. I love you. I love you. Oh my God, we're getting there, slowly but surely. We're really close. Alright, this is the hard part because you have to really get the angle. And there we go. Bam, 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 bam. And here is the piece for this. Let's go install them. This was supposed to be like a 10-minute mod, and I feel like this video is going to be really long, so apologies. Alright, because I'm in the kitchen, I was like, I should wash my hands, but not right now. I'll have to clean in here when I get back in. Alright, out to the garage. Also, this is Daisy girl. Hi, honey. I love you. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can hold my phone. I love you. I know, you're too early for dinner, though. Too early. Alright, here is our custom Mudflap delete. So it goes in. And honestly, you could probably do that with the rear ones if you really wanted to. Save yourself some money. Just chop off the curved mud flaps on there. I will say the edge right here, not so clean, you know? Like, I'm gonna get up close to it so I can show you. It's a little rough. Now, if I wanted to, I could clean that up. I just don't know if I really care, honestly. So I'm putting it on, and then if it bothers me later, I'll worry about it. But what I like about this solution here is that this lower portion here is no longer exposed. Because as you can see, that's the part that covers that section. And so it has some protection at least from dirt. Now, will I still be in here washing it? Probably, but it's at least something. So it's not getting completely blasted all the time because, like I said, it at least has some level of protection. So I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna install it. Okie dokie. Okay, so as a reminder, bolt, small clip, bolt, long clip. This bolt stays in. And then there's another bolt back in here. Alright guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching another YouTube video from me. Definitely hit that subscribe, like, comment, smash the buttons down below, and I will see you in my future mod videos. I think next will be, I have a grill light coming potentially that is pretty cool, or I've got Morimoto's coming at the end of May. So it might be a little bit before you guys see me, but I will be doing mods sometime soon. All right, love you. Bye.